Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again. And today we're gonna bring you Tristana Bandle Gunners. But it's not Noxus, it's not Demacia, it's BIlgewater. What if I told you that Tristana Bandle Gunners BIlgewater is the best of all the Bandle Gunners out there? And the reason for that is because we get to play some nice BIlgewater cards like Prize Fight, the King's Court, and Iron Ouroboros to keep our hand at a healthy state with some draw, and as well as be able to get the Prize Fight, which you can actually put it on the stack to get your impact to trigger twice, or just giving your units brash and getting rid of the opponent's blockers. King's Court is actually a freaking carry in this deck, and I never expected to say that on any deck. So let's jump ahead to the games and see how they go. If you like today's content, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. I'll see you at the end of the video where we do a more in-depth breakdown and more tips. In this matchup, we're going against Karma Sett. It's Targon though, so they do have access to ways to kind of like... The Targon is a little bit more concerning than the PNC, to be honest, because the problem with Targon, they're going to have access to the Cosmic Jungling, first of all, and they're also going to have access to the 2-mana spell that when you attack, it can deal 4 to you, both of which are kind of awkward. We also didn't get an amazing hand, right? We mulligan our whole thing away, and we still, I mean, the hand is not bad, but it's nothing crazy, right? So it's nothing crazy either. Let's go ahead and just play the Bastion Ceiling. I have nothing better to do here. Yeah, I don't mind playing this out. Do I need to attack? Do I need to block this? I guess it's fine. I mean, if the opponent decides to block this again next turn, we can follow it up and kill it with a Pie Toss. So I think that's kind of cool with me. Let's go Mayor. I like the Combat Cook. The Castaway is not bad either. We can go Combat Cook though. I think the Combat Cook is slightly better. It's more mana for sure, but I think that's fine. So I think we attack with both here. Opponent tapped out of the 2 mana, so I'm safe attacking like this. And I know if the opponent blocks with the Cosmic Jungling, I'm just gonna Pie Toss it, right? And I think opponent should see that. So I wanted to just trade with the Priestess. If they give me the Cosmic Jungling here, I'm fine. Not Tristana is a little bit awkward, but I mean, by the time we get her, she will be leveled up. And we do have the Eye. So that's not bad. And next turn we can go Combat Cook or Castaway, doesn't really matter. Okay, yeah, opponent played it correctly. Doesn't block with the Cosmic Jungling, gets to heal back up anyways, and they're fine. And maybe I telegraphed it too much by attacking with both, but that's cool. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna block that one now. So let's go Combat Cook, right? We go Combat Cook here. Next turn we can go Tanner. The Amulet? Amulet is not bad. I kind of like that Fearsome. Sucks because again, now this guy can actually, you know, be okay. The opponent got the Meteor Shower. So the Meteor Shower is a little bit frustrating. I guess that's fine though. We can just put this here now. So we can just put this one here. So this is what I'm talking about, right? Like, I'm kind of in trouble here if the opponent has the 2-mana spell, right? So I will play the Gnar because I think the Gnar is actually better. Okay, so that's fine. So if the opponent has the 2-mana spell here, they can actually kill the Gnar after the swing. They don't have it? Okay. I'll take my Pokestick. Sett. Let's let them choose. Let's have them choose which ones they want to go after. I like the Grumble Slug. I think I need the mana. And I like having this. Yeah, I mean, if you want to go here, that's cool with me. I'm going to Pokestick this one. I'm going to Pokestick here because I want to have the second Pokestick. Right, so I want to have the second Pokestick. We can actually just Group Shot here instead. Yeah, let's go Castaway. So we can Castaway. I really liking the mana. It also gives me health and power, so I think I like this. And we can just Pie Toss, right? The Sett. And force the opponent to have an answer here. If they recall the Sett, I'm okay with that. Okay, it's just gonna be Guiding Touch. That's fine. We could go King's Court. We could go King's Court and start getting the King's Court in a good position, or we can go super wide. So I kind of like going super wide because it still gives me access to the Pokey Stick and the Perilous Parry. Perilous Pass Pastry, no parry. We could go King's Court though, and this could be pretty good. Just getting me a lot of value with the prize fight. So I think we have to actually set this one up. I think we have to set the prize score up. I think this is what I'm looking for right now. So I think this is actually correct. We still get another mana back from the Castaway, so we will actually have 2 mana. Because this is going to continue giving me prize fights every time I summon another unit. And it's going to make it so the opponent has less blockers. Our next attack turn is going to be when the opponent has 9 mana, so they're still not going to be on the Karma turn. So I think I'm fine kind of trying to set this up.
Anything special for tonight?
I call it pit grit. It's got
Now, there is one problem, right? If we attack with this guy here, I mean, opponent showed us that they didn't have it earlier, so I'm gonna just assume that they don't have it again.
You could use a drink.
You're gonna just take this damage. Wow, okay. We lose the, well, no, we don't lose the equipment. We still have it. I didn't expect that. I really didn't expect that. I don't even know if I play the prize fight here. I think I actually like keeping the mana. I think I just pass, let this prize fight go. I don't think the opponent can actually level up this Sett. Okay, you go here, that's fine. We're gonna go ahead and play the Tristana now. And now we get talking, right? We get another prize fight in our hand. So now we get the prize fights, and we can start giving my units brash. I guess if the opponent... Okay, so if the opponent has access to the way to kill Tristana here, then I probably need to go ahead and play the Tenor. So I need to go play the Tenor right away and just get the impact now. We lose 1 prize fight value, but that's fine. If the opponent plays Fallen Comet, Meteor Shower is a little bit more unfortunate because it can kill 2 units. But if it's like Fallen Comet, we can always go prize fight into like Pokestick to kill the Sett.
Hey boss, check out the size of the
Still doesn't do anything, huh?
I'm here to see you, of course.
Let's go like this. Well, actually, what if we want them to block with that Sett? No, I think I need to kill that Sett before the opponent can actually get value from it. Now, they have 2 coins here. Can they level up this Sett at burst speed? I don't think so, right? I think we just chill. We have another prize fight here. We can go Castaway, get second prize fight in our hand. Opponent can have the stun, and the stun is the only thing that scares me here.
You can fix anything with anything. I'll prove it.
So having double prize fight is pretty good. Opponent could have another Guiding Touch, so I don't think it's important for us to go after this one just yet. And the stun is the only thing that punishes me here. Okay. So the opponent goes like this. If we prize fight twice, opponent has no blockers. I guess opponent could have a Guiding Touch, and that could be enough. What if we don't do this just yet? What if we just go Tenor of Terror and just have the prize fight anyways? Opponent could have access here to the leveled up Sett, by the way, because they could go like place your bets into coin. So if they go place your bets, that's 5 into coin, that's 6. That levels up the Sett and actually gives them. So they did have the Meteor Shower last turn, right? No, actually that wouldn't level up the Sett. That would be at that would level up the Sett, but it wouldn't give them the Showstopper. They would be at 11. Unless they went coin, place your bet, coin again. That's the way for them to get burst speed Sett. Showstopper. I'm debating if I want to play these prize fights ahead of time. I kind of like having the prize fight as a reaction if the opponent does something here. Because we can also have the prize fights to just have impact on the stack, right? Because that's the thing about prize fighting this deck. Yeah, if the opponent... Okay, so... They get the showstopper, right? But the opponent just taps out of mana, and that just means that we win, right? Because we just go here. I guess we can go like... Yeah, it doesn't really matter. We can go... We want to give everything brash. So we want to give this brash, and we want to give this one brash. So both of these will have brash, and that will be 10. And then the impacts take care of the rest. Actually, I guess we can give everything brash at this point, to be honest. And that could be enough. And everything that the opponent has is gonna be not enough to actually heal up. And this is where prize fight comes into clutch with the King's Court. This is a good example of why King's Court is so good in this deck. So the brash means that every one of these units is gonna be able to attack, and the opponent cannot block them because none of them have more than 3 HP. I did forget that we were gonna get another mana from the Castaway, so I should probably also play that last prize fight, but that's fine. We can always keep it for 2 extra damage here, but yeah, they cannot block here, here, or here. Brash is pretty good. This is a weird game, right? Because Tristana died very early. As soon as we summon, I guess she did last a couple turns. She got the tenor impact before she died, and also the Castaway, so that impact does matter. But we didn't have our usual Tristana. We literally just won because of the King's Court and the prize fights. And that's why I thought that turn was important for us to develop that King's Court and just kind of put pressure on the opponent to have to remove that guy, otherwise they just lose, you know? So, GG's. So actually we're gonna against Mo, who's playing Vayne, Aatrox, and Quinn. This is a little bit scary. Honestly, and by a little bit, like, pretty scary, right? Because the opponent has access to just challengers, which are pretty annoying. I like the commando here. I like the pie toss, right? You can punish like a Valor. And obviously Tristana is so good. King's Court is actually pretty good as well. I just didn't want to see it on my starting hand. It was better off for me to draw later. That's unfortunate because this commando is just going to die to the tracker. Is that worth it? Let's just go here. Let's force the catch. If the opponent has a catch, let's force the catch. If it's not a catch, I'm fine here because we can go ahead and get the elusive. Yeah, there we go.
Baddies beware, Mama's got a gun.
I just wanted to get the outcats, right? I just wanted to get the outcats. I think that's important. Perfect. We can even go... Now we can go Mayor. Like, this hand just keeps getting better and better, right? We can go Mayor.
Demons walk among us, masquerading as
Tristana is not safe. Tanner is probably the best one. So Tristana is not safe just because she, at 3 HP, she can still die to a fish fight. Okay, so let's think about this. If we go here, that's probably the best one. If we go Gnar, yeah, we just go Tanner, right? We just go Tanner. And we know that we can block this and then block it again with a 2-1 if the opponent wants to give it to us. Sucks that we don't kill the Elfkin, but that's okay. If you want to give us the Vayne like that, that's cool too. Yeah, I don't know about giving me the Vayne like that. Do I actually block with this one? I don't know that I need to. I can always just block that next turn with this guy. I am kind of concerned. So I kind of like the Gnar. I like the Gnar. Again, I'm still scared of the fish fight, right? So I'm still scared of the fish fight. So I don't want to attack with... I don't want to play the Tristana until we know that we can beat the fish fight. There's the fish fight, right? So the opponent goes ahead and does their fish fight now. That's cool. Let's go for a second commando. And we're just going to have a lot of blockers. We're just going to have a lot of blockers, and that's really all I need. until we can slowly get the King's Court on the field. Badger Bear, alright. I still think it's important for me to get at least one of these on the field, so I think we go here. Start spending the resources, right? So we start spending the resources until the opponent has no other way to really get to us, right? Now we can play Tristana and be in a really good spot. Okay, opponent decides to trade with us. The problem with Tristana... Let's play Tristana. If the opponent has a strike here, like if the opponent can actually strike this, so a second fish fight, or has a second Bane, then this is actually a problem. Oh, if it's just like this, I'm chilling. So if it's just like this, I think I'm just chilling, right? Do we ever play the Gnar? Probably not. Probably just go here. And I will sacrifice my... I will sacrifice her. I don't care about... I don't care about this Tristana dying here. I have a second one.
I will release them.
So I actually don't care about Tristana dying. I have a second one. And I'm just going to continue pushing a ton of damage. Now, the World Ender eventually will be a problem. But I think between the King's Court and everything that we have here, I think I'm fine, right? So we're going to have the prize fight. We're going to have 2 prize fights, right? Because of the Hungry Owlcat. Alright, so... if we just attack with everything here... Let's think about this. We have double prize fight. We have the pastry. Opponent can only cannot block this one here. Yeah, I mean, if they block it like this, they gave me the Owlcat, which I think is worse for them. I think I'm fine. Like, this is never gonna be a problem for us. This is never gonna be a problem for us because we always have enough blockers, right? The only thing that scares me is the Overwhelm, but opponent gave me their Aatrox. So opponent decided to give me their Aatrox earlier, which makes me feel completely fine. If they go ahead and go for the tumble now, I'm still okay. Alright. I guess we just like they wanna have that Solani, right? They wanna have that Solani. And just they wanna continue getting value from the World Ender. I'm gonna go ahead and just prize fight now. Since we have one for free, so that we can just Perilous Pastry this Bane later. Opponent needs to put a Darking Blade on the Bane, and if they put the Darking Blade on the Bane, they cannot get Aatrox. So I'm cool with that, because the opponent cannot get Aatrox. They have 1 card left. The World Ender is going to be 11, so the only way for them to get the World Ender and get an Aatrox is... They can do it, right? Is what I'm getting at. They cannot get the World Ender and Aatrox because they ended up putting the equipment on the Bane. So because they put the equipment on the Bane, I will block this. Actually, do I block this? Do I block this? The only it's probably better for me to actually go Gnar first so that we can get access to the Pokestick. Alright, so this lets them... That still doesn't let them do that. So that still lets them do nothing. I'm confused.
Quiet, please.
I like the Gnar, because we can prize fight and have access to Pokestick. And the Pokestick allows me to pretty much kill anything that the opponent has. Because, again, I think their mistake, right? Trying to save the Bane by putting the Darking Blade on her is a mistake, because now you cannot really get value from the World Ender to get an Aatrox there. Unless you first do another equipment. And to do all the swap that you need to, you're not gonna have enough. We can play Tristana and still have prize fight available for us. Yep, here we go.
That's your 6 shortcake. Love it, Big Mama. Let's bring this.
And now what? So what do you do now, Mo? You have 13 HP, and we have a you're looking at a pretty nasty attack next turn. We have a main deck prize fight that he doesn't know about. Okay, so this gives them the World Ender and kills my Tristana. What if we actually just... Sure. We let them have it, I think. So you get to transfer over the World Ender, and that still gets you nowhere. We can actually just go ahead and kill this guy. And opponent's gonna have only one blocker left, but I don't think that's correct. I think we just go... I think we just pass. Like, I actually think we just pass here. He has to do something. The World Ender is 9 mana. He literally has to commit a unit. So this lets them block the King's Core. But then we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess 9, 10 here. To attack with, if we want to. So if we just go here, we're able to give it... We're able to level up the Gnar, and we're okay. What are you trying to do? So obviously that lets them kill the King's Core.
Mortality is madness.
So that lets them kill the King's Core. You still have the World Ender, but the World Ender is not doing anything. I can just develop, right? I mean, like, oh, we have too many units for Mo, and that's the problem that he's having. So World Ender here, what does that do? I guess that gives them the Aatrox. That gives them the Aatrox, which does gives them the regen. If we attack with everything, right? Opponent can block. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and opponent still has the Aatrox. So I need to actually develop. They need to World Ender here. So they need to World Ender here for them to have the blockers. And I think that's fine, because if I kill this Aatrox, I don't think the opponent can actually win. The only downside is that we're in a position where we actually do, like, there's a lot of value that he's gonna get from this, right? I don't think we need... I guess we can go here, right? This is probably the best.
Hello, cruel world.
It's lethal no matter what, right? It's lethal no matter what, because we can drag the Solani because she keeps the vulnerable. Yep. And even if it wasn't, we can actually kill the Aatrox. I guess we can kill the Aatrox because he has tough. I did forget about the tough, right? But it's just lethal anyways because of all the impact triggers. So a little bit scary there, right? But the fact that we could just, like, the fact that the World Ender was so expensive, the opponent was actually willing to trade that first Aatrox against us, right? Like, trading that first Aatrox, I think, was the big misplay. Because I'm willing to block with the Tristana. Obviously, the opponent didn't have a way to deal with Tristana, so that's why they wanted to take the trade. Because if Tristana stays alive, they have to always block her anyways. But being able to trade that first Aatrox means that we could just play around, because the opponent had to equip that Darkened Blade to something else before they could do anything. We almost threw, I think, by trying to level up the Gnar, right? Because he allowed them to play the Valor that then kills my King's Court. If we don't play the Gnar there, if we don't try to level up the Gnar there, even if the opponent tries to World End the next turn, we still have a King's Court on the field, and we would have been okay. So, very close for us to also throw the game, but we ended up just getting enough for lethal because of all the impact triggers that we have. And even if we were like 3 off from lethal, we had a prize fight, which means that we could do it on the stack after we commit the attack and be able to get the 3 impact from the Bandle Gunners. So, GG's. In this match, we're going against Swain Norra. So it's kind of going to be like a control-ish deck, right? So it's going to be... yeah, I love the Commando. I love the Commando. It's going to be a Brotman, right? I'm guessing. I love the Commando. I was trying to see if I could get like a Gnar or a Tristana. We get the Tristana as well. So we can go Commando. Opponent's going to have Norra to be able to block. I guess actually we should pass. Because the opponent could be playing Drop the Bomb, right? So if the opponent plays Drop the Bomb, I don't want to put the Commando into Drop the Bomb range. So we open pass. Now that the opponent plays Norra, we can go ahead and play our Commando, knowing that we have a group shot to kill that Norra whenever we want to. Opponent has to block this. We have our group shot to kill it. Alright, I guess we're trading group shots. I'm gonna play my group shot after the opponent attacks, right? That way the opponent cannot play a second Norra if they have it. So if the opponent has a second Norra, that way they cannot play it. So we go here. And we'll go ahead and play the Mayor, right? I think I'm down to eat or removal on the Mayor if the opponent wants to. I like the combat cook. I like the combat cook a lot. It's probably the most efficient play that we have next turn. We could go Fire Rift this turn, but I think that seems a little bit trolly. I like the combat cook. Opponent's not on BIlgewater, so I don't have to worry about heavy metal. Oh, but what about Gnar now? Wow. Wow. This Gnar is kind of crazy now. Wow. I guess I like the Gnar better now. I like the Gnar better, right? There's not a lot of things that the opponent has that can deal with this Gnar, except for like a Wallop, alright? But that's an early Wallop that we just ate up, and I'm cool with that. We can still always block the Tasty Folk. We can always block the Tasty Folk with Gnar and still get access to our Pokestick. We can go Castaway and Tristana and still have access to Tristana spell. Alright, here's the thought though. Do we actually block? Okay, that's actually so annoying that the opponent got that, by the way. Yeah, that's actually so frustrating. I still think I block. I still think I block. The Castaway is so good. The Castaway is so good for them. Just because it gives them... Okay, the Scout is not bad for us. Overwhelm is probably better though. Overwhelm is better because he works with this too. So getting the Castaway from the portal is really frustrating. Because it just gives them so much out. Here we're gonna just play Tristana. Because we have the Tenor of Terror next to them to just level her up. We have Pokestick, etc, etc. So we go here, Tenor of Terror. Even if the opponent kills Tristana, we have a second Tristana. And now what? We have Buster Shot. Broadman is a little bit annoying. We could Pokestick, right? One of these blockers out of the way. If the opponent plays something on the stack, I can just Pokestick in response, right? So if the opponent plays something on the stack, I Pokestick in response and get rid of one of the blockers. And then I just push the damage. And I just set up for like a second Tristana and King's Court later on to win me the game. If the opponent passes, do I ever pass back? Probably not, right? So now that the opponent actually committed a unit, I still think I'll go ahead and Pokestick to start with. Opponent has a spell, obviously, that they want to use. I think I'm down to Pokestick first, because if the opponent kills this Tristana, we can always play the second Tristana.
No fixing that.
So if the opponent goes for this Tristana kill... Yeah, I'm gonna attack with everything. I mean, if you're gonna give me the mana to do... If you're gonna just give me the space to do this, I'm gonna attack with everything. You kill Tristana or have a second Wallop? Okay, so you just have the stun. And I think that's still fine with me. I'm down to play second mayor. I still think the King's Court is probably going to be... well, if we're going to play... Maybe we don't play the second mayor. Maybe we just play the... No, let's play the second mayor. I like the second mayor. Let's go get more equipment here. I'm trying to see if the King's Court actually makes more sense here. That's a nice elusive. We do have the pie toss though, so that's pretty nice for us too. So we're not gonna play the King's Court. I think we just... Okay, so this Brahmin is kind of a problem. So the Brahmin is a little bit of a problem. Let's go Hookmaster first. Oh, well, actually, no. Let's go King's Court first. This is a problem, because this can get removed very easily. If we went Hookmaster first, she would have gotten impact from the Tristana before she dies. But if the opponent kills Tristana down, I think I'm cool with that. I just need to commit to all this stuff next turn. Let's go here.
Jack said there'd be contenders out here.
My question here is, how much do we want to kill this lifesteal? Probably not, right? It's probably not worth it. Or honestly, let's kill it. Let's kill it. It does prevent 4 damage, 4 heal. We can still go combat cook and have a prize fight next turn. My units are gonna start having brash. Opponent can definitely kill Tristana, there's no question about that. But before they can kill Tristana, oh, we got a second pie toss anyways. Let's go ahead and do the combat cook. Let's go combat reel. We have the prize fight, so if the opponent puts something on the stack, we can technically prize fight plus something else. And down to kill their blocker to begin with. And down to kill their blocker to begin with, right? Just force the opponent to have to commit stuff to survive. So the less blockers they have, the least likely they are to survive this. They have a ping here. So even if they have a ping here, they're gonna lose to the prize fight plus pie toss. Even if they have a ping for this, they're gonna lose to the prize fight plus pie toss. We can actually play second Tristana, get rid of the blocker again. The Bandle Gunners can wait. And there it is. So now, I guess it doesn't matter, but at least we can actually keep... So we can actually keep our Tristana alive by going here. I guess let's do it on this one so that this one gets brash. Right? And there we go. So that's what makes prize fight so good. It's very, very difficult for opponents to be able to really play around that prize fight correctly. And then we just attack with everything and we win the game. So just GG's. Okay. In this matchup, we're going against Lissandra and Sol. I think I heard about this deck. I think maybe it was Sunny that I saw posted a video on Trolls Invoke. I haven't gotten the chance to actually take a look at it to see what this deck does exactly. So I'm kind of coming in here blind. We don't have a great hand. The blast concealings are not amazing. We do have the commando though, that's not bad. We want to look for what? We want to look for Tristana. So Tristana would be pretty nice. Yeah, let's go commando here. I guess I just open. I don't really have, like, it doesn't make sense for me to play this mayor out. Yeah, let's just open. We'll play the mayor and kind of go from there. Like, I just want to open, get the Hungry Owl Cat. Opponent plays their Lissandra, which is what I'm guessing, right? Do we ever pass? I think I'm down to play the mayor. I might actually pick the trainer here.
I should make a speech.
I'm down to have like this really big. Oh wow, opponent just has nothing. What the heck? I did not expect that. I did not expect. Okay, so the second pass I have to just take, right? Like the second pass for sure I have to just take. Because if the opponent has access, let's say, to Ravine, I guess if they have access to Ravine, I still get my Gnar. I still get my Gnar, right? My Gnar still stays on the field. So I'm just gonna force him to have it. Yeah, like Ravine or Avalanche, that's fine. I like forcing them to have it. Unless you also play Ice Shard here, I guess. If you play Ice Shard, then that's a problem. Okay, that's not an Ice Shard. A second Avalanche next turn, but before they do that, we can actually get value from the Mayor. So before the opponent plays the second Avalanche, we can get value from the Mayor. And we're gonna go ahead and play the barrier so that we can actually play around the second Avalanche. They also lose their blocker if they do that. We can go second Mayor. That's a great draw. I like the tenor to refill my hand, and then we go Blast Concealing. Yeah, like I said, second Avalanche, right, is what we expected. Do we ever prize fight? Do we ever prize fight this? I don't think so, right? I would like the Poke Stick, but I think I'm in a good spot where I don't need to prize fight. Here we go Impact, and we still push in 9 damage. So the opponent still goes down to 10. Because I like the prize fight better once we have the Bandle Gunner on the field. If I get to play the Shark Trainer, that's going to be amazing. Falling Star, okay, that's the Falling Star. Cool, cool, cool. That tells me that you don't have a Ravine or an Avalanche then, because otherwise, why spend that there? If I can play this Shark Trainer, I think I'm chilling. Yeah, if I can play this Shark Trainer, I'm chilling. Because this is going to give me an extra unit that the opponent has to play around. Don't have to worry about the Trolls, because the opponent is pretty far from it. We can go Tenor or Terror here.
Sing with the darkness in your heart.
So we can go Tenor. I cannot play both spells until after, because the Shark Trainer requires a spell mana. If the opponent has another Avalanche, I will play Prize Fight. So if the opponent has a second Avalanche, I will play Prize Fight to kill the Inquisitor. Stun. Okay, okay. Do we just Prize Fight now then? Do we just Prize Fight and Group Shot? And then just play the Bandle Gunners? If we just Prize Fight... Maybe I want to put both at once in case the opponent has like a random... if the opponent has like a random Guiding Touch. Oh, wait. Oh, we messed up. We messed up. It was the opposite order, right? I thought about it too hard. It was the opposite order. Anyways, yeah, that let's ignore that. Let's ignore that. Let's just play the Bandle Gunners. The opponent still has to block with the Inquisitor. This was lethal, by the way. This was lethal. I mean, I think it's still lethal regardless, but it was lethal if we kill that. No, okay, it's not lethal anymore, but the opponent has to at least block with the Inquisitor, so it's still gonna delay them. So that was my mess up. This was literally lethal. I mean, I think it still is, right? Yeah, no, it's not. The opponent lives at 1. If we kill that Inquisitor, we're chilling. Because I myself, I played myself in my head. I was like, oh yeah, you know, I'll just play this. I just play this next turn. I just play it after the stack, but then I was like, oh wait, I need to worry about like a Guiding Touch to keep that alive. So what is this? Behold the Infinite, looking for answers. We have Spell Shield here. We have 6 units. I think that's game. Yeah, this is definitely game. Let's go Mayor, see if we can find something nicer. And yep. A small misplay, but we have so many cards, so many ways to flood the board that it doesn't even matter. So, GG's. In this match, we're gonna get Swain Norra. So a lot of removal in this deck, which does suck. We have a good hand. The Bandle Gunners is too early. We have a pretty good hand here. Disintegrate is a problem. Broadbane is going to be a problem on turn 6. But it also kept 3 cards, so they also have a good hand. We can have Commando to block their Norra. So we can Commando to block their Norra and have a good start there. Yep.
Home is just around the portal.
Here we go. If you want to attack into us, that's okay. I'm fine taking this, right? Remember, we play group shots and we also play the pastries. Just attack. Have the opponent commit the removal here. Yeah. Unfortunately, opponent got theirs and we didn't get ours, right? The pie toss. So we'll have to just go Mayor, or do we just go Tristana? No, I think I like Mayor first, right? We go Mayor first. Let's just go Grandfather Fate. Just have multiple of them to get this Bandle Gunners a trigger as soon as possible. We will take that hit from the Norra. Nothing we can do about it. If the opponent commits on killing this Mayor, I think I'm fine with that. I might actually opt to play... Like, I think I'm gonna just play Grandfather Fate and just... Okay, that's a great draw. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play Grandfather Fate here. Let's play the one that was created so that we can enable stuff later on. Because I feel like I want to get this Tristana leveled up before we can actually drop her down. So I'm down to get this Tristana leveled up before we drop her down. We can go second Grandfather Fate and then go Hungry Owlcat. And if we put a lot of pressure on them early, I think that's better off for us. Okay, drop the bomb. That's cool. We have second Grandfather Fate. Again, just eat up the removal now before we actually commit to Tristana. So the more removal that we can eat up right now before the opponent actually plays, actually tries to like kill our stuff, better for us, right? So there you go. They go for the pastry. They're gonna have a disintegrate, I'm guessing. So this is telegraphing to me a disintegrate, and I think see how the opponent's like hesitating. They're hesitating because they don't want to like tap out of their answers, right? So I think we go Hungry Owlcat again. Now Tristana is leveled up. We can high toss that Norra. Because they know that it's more important for them to save it for Tristana than it is for them to save it, to use it on any of these units. So I'm guessing that I have the Disintegrate. I feel like otherwise... Huh. The Pythos with the 3 mana does kill it. So I think we go Tristana here. We go Tristana. Because if the opponent blocks with the Toad, we just kill it with Pythos and Pastry. Okay, so see, I'm fine with this, right? Because what I'm going to do is that I'm going to attack with both of these. And if the opponent blocks with the Toad, we'll go Pythos into Pastry to be able to kill it. Because that Toad is a problem. Right? That Toad is actually a problem. Yep, an opponent sees the play, doesn't go for it, doesn't get baited to it. And that's cool. We can actually pop the Norra, force the opponent to have to use the Pastry. So now I'm thinking if it's actually just better to kill the Toad. Right? It's ever better to just kill the Toad. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can do both. We can go here, forcing this Pastry to go face, otherwise the opponent's not hitting our face. We can go Gnar. I guess we won't kill this Toad anyways, but we can go Gnar and then we can hit the opponent's face and have our Gnar level up. We do lose these guys here, which does suck, but I think that's a good trade to take. Because the opponent still has to spend the Pastry to hit face to do that. That's a good way to clear my board. I was trying to count to see if I had enough to kill it with the Wallop, but obviously I don't, so that was a slight misplay on my part. You have to just go and hit face. There's no way that you don't. I guess opponent disagrees with us. Opponent disagrees with us. And what's gonna happen now is that we can go here and we're gonna level up our own, right? this doesn't transform into the next turn, and we play Tristana again, and we just attack with everything. So the opponent disagrees with us, right? Wow. All right. So if we just go here, I do want to make sure that I kill this, so I am going to put it with the Gnar. If worse comes to worse, we can always wallop to get this out of the way. Opponent has 7 mana. They have to block the Tristana or have a way to kill her. If they don't, they still lose. So, hey, welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoyed today's games. What did I say? You can see the power of this deck and how cool the King's Court and prize fights can actually be for this archetype. And the Iron Bonus is just so good as well, because that way we always have a draw that we don't have to, like, you know, we're not risking ourselves or running out of resources, because this is an aggro deck at the end of the day. So it kind of reminds you a lot of like Pirate aggro, where you just spill out units into the field, and then you have Iron Bonus to be able to kind of refill your hand and continue doing that. I'm sorry if I sounded a little weird in any of today's games. I am kind of a little bit sick. I feel myself getting like a sore throat. So, you know, we're still going to continue trying to give you all daily videos, but if I do sound odd, that is probably why. Now, let's talk about this deck. At the end of the day, it is just a Bandle City Swarm deck, right? Obviously, the idea here is Tristana. You're able to swarm, which in Grandfather Fate, Tristana, have a bunch of Owlcats together with the Bandle Commando as well, and be able to just continuously have units and continuously push damage into the opponent, right? So ideally, what you want to do with this deck is Tristana, Mayor, Grandfather Fate are the cards that you want to see in your mulligan. And then after that, you can just put unit after unit after unit after unit on the field, and the opponent's going to have a hard time keeping up with the amount of units that you can actually have compared to them. Obviously, Tristana is a big threat that the opponent has to deal with, because this girl is going to get really high in power and impact before the opponent can really do anything about it if they don't kill her right away. So that's the general game plan, just swarm. Now, unlike before, we have a couple of top ends, right? So Bandle Gunners and King's Court. If the game goes long and you can't just kill the opponent right away with just your swarm, if the game goes long, that's where these two cards come into play. The King's Court is really nice because you can, obviously, you get the prize fight, right? You get the prize fight, which means that if you're attacking and you have, let's say, Bandle Gunners on the field, or Tristana on the field, and Tristana has multiple impact, if you prize fight in the stack while you're attacking, you actually get to trigger the impact twice. With the prize fight and then with Tristana just hitting. Obviously, be careful when you do that play. Make sure that the opponent doesn't have a way to react to you, but that is one play that you can have lethal. The other way is King's Court gives any ally that survives a battle Brash. And Brash is a really, really good keyword because it makes your units almost unblockable if you're able to just use it, you know, if you're able to just use the prize fight to give them Brash. Additionally, you get a free prize fight every time that you summon another unit. So this deck that summons a lot of units means that we can get multiple prize fights, get rid of the opponent's health while giving our units Brash, and then be able to just have an unblockable big attack. That's where the King Courts come in to finish games. Bandle Gunners is a little bit different. It's a top end because obviously this card can go all the way down to 5/3 or even 0 cost sometimes, just because of how many multi-region allies we play. And by many, I mean the Owlcats, right? You get Owlcats from Commando, you get Owlcats from Grandfather Fates, and whatever multi-region ally you pick from Mayor, like all these extra multi-region allies, get your Bandle Gunners to be really, really cheap. And together with Spell Shield, she becomes a really big game ender, because it's a unit that's 5/5 that the opponent has to block, and even if they block her, she's still dealing 3 damage. So it's like a free fervor on a stick. Is actually so good. You can combine that with prize fight because she has spell shield as something with the Owlcats. Those are the best targets for prize fight because the opponent will not be able to actually stop that prize fight from happening and stop them from having Brash because they usually have spell shield and then want to commit 2 spells to kill them. So you get the early game plan idea, you swarm, and then you finish it with this top end. Aside from that, the rest is kind of like support cards, right? So we play Group Shot and Pie Toss. It's just easy removal to remove some of the opponent's sheep blockers and chump blockers. Can also let us finish some cards. In combination with Prize Fight, these cards become so good with Prize Fight because you can remove even the biggest unit if you Prize Fight with like Tristana, for example, and then follow with a Group Shot or a Pie Toss. Bandle Commander is just so good at getting us those Owlcats. Blast Concealing is just a multi-region ally that can also get buffed by the Fae. Mayor, amazing, right? Getting us more multi-region allies and discounting the first one for each of the first one that we play each turn. So it's a nice way for us to be able to swarm. Castaway, I love the Castaway. I like the equipment that we can get from the Castaway, and the Attune can be really good because it enables our group shot of Pythos even if we only have 3 mana, right? So it's really nice. And sometimes you can have Scout and Overwhelm that you can put in Tristana or your Bandle Gunners. Gnar is my second champion of choice, and that's because the Pokesticks are really good in combination with the prize fights. And prize fight is also really nice with Gnar because it lets you get that Pokestick. We also have technically the Peerless Pastry that can hit the Nexus to be able to level up the Gnar. 2 Tenor of Terror lets us turbo level Tristana and also advance the Gunners, and then 3 Anakaboros to be able to actually refill our hand and keep our hand in a healthy state. I think this deck is actually top tier. I think this deck is actually tier 1, and I wouldn't be surprised as more people start picking it up. Hopefully you all pick it up after this video to see this deck become really, really popular. I like this deck over any other Bandle Gunner decks that I have seen. So yeah, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, oh, actually before I leave, forget about Mulligan. I kind of briefly mentioned it, but really you want to look for Grandfather Fate, Bandle City, Mayor, and then Tristana. So those are the 3 things that I'm looking for. The Commando is also not bad to keep. So sometimes I keep her as well. If my hand, like if I have better things to play instead of Commando, I won't keep her. But if I don't, I'll keep the Commando. So yeah, Commando, Grandfather Fate, Bandle City, and Tristana are the things that I would suggest for you to keep in your mulligan so that you can actually start putting pressure earlier. But okay, now for real. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to like it below and subscribe to us. We post a lot of videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Sirturmund. We stream every now and then. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are both in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's showcase, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.